What's up, y'all? So I'm in the car on my way to the shoe show, and I don't really know what to expect as far. I mean, I know what to expect because I've been a consumer at the shoe show before, but I don't really know what to expect as far as being a sales rep at the shoe show. So this is fun. Last season I literally went as a consumer. I bought 4 pair of shoes, you guys, which is ridiculous, but it's because they have all the shoes on sale. So like, they bring together a bunch of companies to show off their seasonal shoes, and they sell them like for, I want to say like 40% off or something like that. So yeah, who's gonna pass up on that deal? Not I. And yeah, so this is the fall version now. When I went, it was the spring. Hold on, let me cut the windows up. It's a nice day out here. It's October 24th, and it's a beautiful day out. Like, wow, for it to be almost November. But we always get like this quick little, what they call it, Indian summer, like that quick little fake summer at the end of October, beginning of November. We always get that. I forgot where I was even going before I got distracted by how nice of a day it is. Eat me some peanuts. I ain't eating breakfast today, which is bad, so I might at least have me some peanuts. Because it is now 1:03 and I don't think I'm gonna have time to eat. I'm gonna try to stop and eat. I was gonna even try to stop and get my feet done. But it's 1:03. I don't really want to push it. The show starts at 4. I was asked to be there by 3. And within an hour, I have to like learn the shoes that I'll be selling because I've never seen them before. So, you know, I like to give myself a little bit of time. If I can get there by like 2:45, that'll be dope. Y'all, it's hot. Whoa. Actually pretty hot. For it to be fun, this little flyway is really like, it's really like, it just won't. But for it to be fall going into winter, it gotta be like in the 70s. Like, it's definitely in the 70s because it's really nice out today. I hope this bus sound is not like super annoying. I'm sure it is. I'm gonna just turn the AC on. Because outside's not gonna chill enough for us to talk. But it's also too hot for me to like not have nothing going on. Ooh, I didn't mean to put on the 65, that's too cold. Okay, so a quick little chat I wanted to have while we're in the car. I wanted to talk about, hold on, where's my phone? I wanted to talk about relationships. I feel like this conversation has been coming up a lot. Like in my conscience and just in regular life too. And it's like relationships are very important. Like I feel like when it comes to life, like and living a healthy lifestyle, relationship is like top 3, if not number 1 low-key, because the most important relationship is the relationship that you have with God and the relationship that you have with yourself. So, you know, that, I feel like just off that alone, that puts relationship in the number 1 slot, if you ask me. But also friendships, family relationships, and even romantic relationships, I feel like are just like detrimental to your lifestyle, like the way that you live your life, your happiness, just all kinds of stuff. So I guess we got to start off with the relationship you have with yourself. I'm not gonna beat y'all head off about the whole God relationship, because I know everyone has different belief systems, and I will respect that. Just know that I, Malaya Jones, believe 100% in God. 100%. But so my relationship with God is extremely, extremely important to me. But as far as like just our personal relationship with ourselves is like the blueprint, you know? Don't worry, I'm not gonna be eating these peanuts the whole entire time we talk. But it's like the blueprint. The reason that like your relationship with yourself is the blueprint is because the way you treat yourself, the way you see yourself, is the way that the world is going to treat you and see you. So for example, you know, when you wake up in the morning, if the first thing you say to yourself is something negative, you're probably going to carry that negative energy outside with you, and then people are going to see that negative energy and treat you as such. So it's just like, I don't know, I feel like something that we should truly, truly be conscious of and extremely considerate of is our relationship with ourselves, you know, because it's so important. And like, you can't expect anything out of anybody. Like a lot of the times we focus on, oh, that's a cute car. A lot of times we focus so much on what kind of guy we want, you know, as women. Like, oh, this is the kind of husband that I want. These are the kind of friends that I want. Oh, if you're not doing this, you can't be around me. If you're not doing this, we can't do business together. You know what I mean? Like, we have such high standards for other people, yet when it comes to ourselves, we're not holding ourselves accountable. We're not holding ourselves up to high standards, which is completely backwards, you know? Completely. And we're really making it hard on ourselves. Like, whenever you go backwards or do stuff out of order, you make it harder for yourself, because you literally attract what you are. Like, the world around you becomes what you become. So that's not where I'm going. Yeah, the world around you becomes what you become. So if you are diligent and consistent, you know what I mean, with everything that you do, you'll attract people that are like-minded. It happens every time. Every time. So you have to know that. And one of my favorite phrases is to be what you want to see. Like, whatever you want to see in the world, like whatever changes you want to see in the world, or whatever you think is like important or bad, or you know what I mean, and you want to see a change, you have to like be that change. You have to be exactly what you want to see, and therefore you will attract exactly what you want to see as well. Because like, if you are a fat person and you want everybody around you to be like, oh, this is my favorite, it'll be the fattest man, you know what I mean, like with a bare belly and all types of stuff, like teeth not taken care of, you don't always smell real good. And you want a woman, like you want a woman that smells good all the time, looks good all the time, who's in shape, healthy, got a good head on her shoulders, you know, diligent about her business, all that. But you're fat. You're fat, and your teeth is messed up. You don't dress really well all the time. You don't always smell real good. So you're not even setting an example of like the kind of woman that you want in your life. And the same goes with the women. We want a man who's healthy, body on point, you know, smart, all of these things, respected, all that type of stuff. But it's like, we won't really put that same effort into ourselves. And it's like, it's because we believe that if we get a man like that, then he's just going to bring everything that comes with that to our lives. Oh, well, he's smart, he's successful, he's healthy, he take care of his body, so the lifestyle that comes along with that, I'm going to just marry into that. That is not how that goes. And it's ignorant, you know. It's ignorant because, and I'm not saying that you have to be exactly that man to attract that man. I'm not saying that. But at the very least, you will have to take care of yourself. You will have to be able to hold a conversation. If you want a smart man, you'll have to at least be able to hold a conversation. You'll have to be able to add to these things. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just believe in like social media fantasies and stuff like that of, oh, I'm gonna just be the prettiest girl I can be so I can bag the most successful man that I can find, and I'm gonna just, you know, live this it girl life and travel the world and be cute is my only responsibility. Like, no, that's not true. Like, if you have someone who is holding it down like that, oh, y'all, I'm telling y'all, these flyaways is real ignorant. But if you got somebody who's holding it down like that, they're gonna want, ew, I just ran over something. Oh, that made my body feel so weird. Okay, let's get back on track. My body feels weird. Okay, let's get back on track. It was dead already, y'all. I didn't kill it. I just rolled over it, and I meant to avoid it, and I forgot. But anyway, yeah. So like, whenever you find someone who is of like high value or whatever it is, whether it's a friend, a partner, you know, a family member that you want to get close to because you want to kind of like get the blueprint or see, like, you know, whatever the motive is, whoever the person is, whatever, you have to take into consideration that the same way you're like, oh, I don't want nobody around me who's not going to add to me, who's not going to pour into me, they going to feel the same way. So what makes you think you going to be the bitch to sit around and just be cute and get poured into, and that's it? You really think that when you find that high value man, you're not going to have to add to that at all in any way, shape, or form? Like, that's stupid. That's foolish to think, because it's not true. You know what I mean? If you don't add anything to a formula, naturally you're gonna get X'd out. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get X'd out somehow. Whether the person finds a better fit for their formula, or, you know, just if you're not into it, you're going to naturally fall off of the train. So it's just like, be what you want to see. Do you want friends that pour into you and have positive things to say about you and make sure that they're supporting you and stuff like that? Be that exact supportive friend. You know what I mean? And Pittsburgh potholes. But yeah, like, and I'm speaking on this from experience, you know what I mean? Because like I talk about a lot, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's like I'm constantly doing things, like throwing things and all that stuff. And I remember I would whine like, oh, my friends don't support me, I have stuff and people don't support me. But then I had to realize that I be so caught up in my own shit, you know, 80 to 90% of the time, that I'm not the most supportive friend. Like, I can't really sit here and tell you exactly what my friends got going on, even if it don't have nothing to do with business, just even in life, you know what I mean? Like, I had to check myself and realize, like, I'm not a daily like supportive friend. I don't wake up and hit my friends up and be like, hey, you know, have a good day, I hope everything's going good today's, you know, just positive energy and stuff, like just pouring into my friends. So it's just like, how dare I be so entitled to expect that when I'm not giving it? You know, that's just not real life. And then sometimes you have to accept the fact that you got to change so that you can see who still fits in your life and who doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you start to become that person who you want to be and become what you want in your life, and people still can't match that, or you make people uncomfortable, or whatever the case is, that'll just show, you know what I mean, that maybe you guys aren't meant to be in each other's lives in that way anymore. Like, you can always have friends from a distance and stuff like that, but everybody's not meant to be a everyday thing, you know? Like, it's just not. And yeah, long story short, you know, I just want to have a little chat with y'all about that, about relationships. The very first relationship you should put the most effort in, especially if you're single, because I feel like that's the easiest time to do so. I mean, you can also do it when you're in a relationship, but just realize like things might change, you know what I mean? Like, stuff might change. Your partner might get uncomfortable with some of the changes you're making, therefore it might make it a little harder for you to stick to your guns, because you're like, well, damn, maybe I am changing, maybe I am being weird. But just stand firm on what you want, especially when it comes to who you want to be, because your relationship with yourself and who you want to be and who you are is the most important thing here in this life. Because at the end of the day, people are going to change, things are going to change, you know, we're going to change, but the only thing that's going to last through all of that is ourselves, you know. And I'm not saying relationships will last, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the only person that will always be with you from birth until death is yourself. You know, the only person like on this earth. So that's who you should put the most time into, don't you think? Like, you should probably put the most effort into that relationship, because it's like, all right, the only relationship I absolutely cannot escape is the one that I have with myself, right? So being that is true, we must cater to that relationship first, and you know, stand on certain principles, certain morals, come to certain, like, you can. And the best thing about working on a relationship with yourself is that you can do trial and error without being judged, without, you're not going to like hate yourself, you know what I mean? You can't break up with yourself. You're not going to be like, oh, we tried to go on this date and I hated it there, so I never want to speak to you again. Like, no, we're going to go to the place together, hate it together, leave together, realize, okay, we don't like this, let's see what we do like, or, you know, oh, we didn't like this crowd of people, let's see what we actually do like. And that's the thing. And then it's like, once you work on your relationship with yourself, you never really feel alone. Because I never feel alone. Like, well, I'm not gonna say like I never get lonely, but I never feel like alone. Like, you know what I mean? I'm truly my own best friend, and I have so much fun by myself. I know a lot of what I like, you know, because I've spent a lot of time by myself. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know, you know, just how to comfort myself, things like that. Like, I don't ever really feel uncomfortable in my own presence. Like, actually, I'm probably the most comfortable in my own presence. And I think that that's like how it should be, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm the only person that can't leave me. Like, I always gotta deal with me, so I gotta like me, you know what I mean? So like, even when it comes to my health, I want to make sure I feel good. I want to make sure I'm eating stuff that makes me feel good. I'm consuming things, you know, in my brain even, that make me feel good. Wearing stuff that make me feel good. I got my little Chanel perfume on right now. You know, I love smelling good and stuff like that. So it's just like, I do little things for me that I know is going to make me happy. And then when I'm happy, I go out in the world as a happy person, and I have an optimistic mindset, you know what I mean? Like, I'm open to certain things. I'm able to see like the brighter view on certain things because I'm already satisfied before I walk out the door, because I made sure, oh, I put this outfit on, I like it, I got my little perfume on, I smell good. Every time I get a whiff of it, it makes me happy. You know what I mean? I put my little face on if I feel like doing that, and when I don't, I enjoy my beautiful natural skin, because I also take care of my skin. You know what I mean? It's the little things, you guys. Like, if you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't really enjoy this about myself, fix it. There's always a fix. You know what I mean? Rather, guys, if you look in the mirror and you feeling like, oh, I'm looking a little dusty, a little crusty, go get your hair cut. Get in the bathroom and wash your face. Do a little skin routine. Like, men crack me up thinking that y'all don't have to do skin routines too. I know a lot of men are getting hip to it now, but yeah, do that skin routine. It's not about nobody else but you. You know what I mean? Like, you feel good whenever your skin looks great, and other people see that. Like, not only women definitely see it. Like, when a woman sees a man that takes care of his skin, it's like, okay, like, we love good skin. We love good skin, and we just love how it looks for a man to take care of himself. Excuse all the shaking, y'all. I'm riding these Pittsburgh streets. But we just love how it looks to see a man take care of himself, just because, I don't want to say it's rare, but depending on where you're from, it might be rare. You know what I mean? Like, it's not often that you just get to come outside daily and see a man and you can tell, like, oh, he loves himself, he take care of himself. You know what I mean? Like, he cares about himself. That's extremely attractive. That's probably the most attractive thing a man could give off, is self-love. Because when you love yourself, there's certain stuff that you're not going to put up with. You know what I mean? You're going to have a certain expectation of respect, because you got respect for yourself. You're not going to just deal with or tolerate people talking to you any type of way, doing anything around you, to you. You know what I mean? And that is extremely commendable and attractive to women. Like, we love to see a guy who is about something, who stands on something. Like, even if it's just yourself, like, even if it's just your self-love, you know, like, that's amazing. So never, ever, ever neglect to love yourself. Never. Okay? Never neglect to love yourself. Never neglect to be respectful to yourself, be kind to yourself, and don't forget to be exactly what you want to see. Be exactly what you want to see. Because if you can't bring yourself to be that, then you must not truly believe in it. Like, you don't truly believe in being kind if you can't be kind. You don't truly believe in being generous if you can't be generous. You don't really believe in being loyal or you know, pouring into people if you can't be loyal to people, or if you can't pour into people. That's not a part of your belief system. So if something's not a part of your belief system and you can't even display it or do it, don't expect people to come around you and do it. It's not going to happen, because you don't even believe in it. And that's a gem right there, okay? That's a gem. Like, because we can talk all day long about what we want to have, what we want to do, but oh, it just seems like nothing works out for me. It seems like it's never coming to me. That's because you don't really believe in it. You know what I mean? It just sounds good because you hear other people saying it, and it sounds like, oh yeah, that is cool, I think I do want that. But when you don't truly believe something, like, if something is not a part of your belief system, it will not attract itself to you at all. Like, it don't matter who you are. Nobody is special or exempt to just getting things that they absolutely don't believe in. You know what I mean? So, moral of the story is to, first of all, find a foundation of a belief system. That's number one, because that'll help you have morals and principles to stand on. Oh, not the gas light coming on. Not in my video, child. You ain't gotta let these people know that I need gas. Okay? I'm gonna stop for gas. Don't concern yourself with my gas tank. Don't do that. It's like, it's like that. But yeah, like, you know, establish yourself some kind of belief system so that you'll have morals and principles to stand on, number one. And number two, once you have that and you're comfortable in that, exercise your relationship with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, exercise standing on those principles, exercise practicing those morals and displaying them also, because that's the part, you know, when you display them and live by them, then that's what you'll attract, and that's how people will treat you, because they'll realize like, oh, okay, she's not going to do anything to herself or say anything to herself, so I can't either. Oh, one of my favorites, and then I'm gonna close the video out on this. One of my favorite things that I've heard somebody say on, I think it was on a video on social media or something like that, they had gave an analogy of whenever somebody walks into your house and it's so clean and everything looks so good, you know, that they're, the first thing they ask you is, oh, you want me to take my shoes off? That's how you should treat yourself. Like, you should be like that. You know what I mean? Now, when somebody's house is dirty, nobody asks, oh, do you want me to take my shoes off? But when your house is nice and clean, your floors look clean, the first thing people ask when they walk through the door is, do you want me to take my shoes off? So treat yourself like that, because you are your house. You know what I mean? You are your house. So you should look so clean. You should exude so much positivity and just genuine good-heartedness. You know, I'm not saying be happy every day, fake, but you should genuinely exert a certain level of respect and love for yourself that people automatically know what it is. As soon as they see you, as soon as they get in your presence, they already know what it is. They're like, you know what? I gotta take my shoes off with this hoe, okay? Because she ain't playing. I am gonna have to be respectful. I'm gonna have to treat her a certain way. I'm gonna have to be gentle with her. I'm gonna have to talk to her a certain way. I have to respect her time, you know? Because that's how she's moving. And it's just that simple, you know? It's not hard to love yourself. Like, it's you. You should be your favorite person on this earth. You should be your most favorite person on this earth. And I'm not saying that it's always just organically happening that way, but practice works. Work works. You know, work on yourself. All the energy that we're willing to put into money or men or our looks, like our exterior looks, put that energy into your interior. You know, put that energy into making sure you actually feel great inside every day, okay? That's the challenge for y'all. Challenge. Put that energy into yourself every day, okay? I love you guys.